Hi, welcome you all to Sri Lectures YouTube channel. So in this video we are discuss about coordinate systems. Why we go for coordinate system and what is mean by orthogonal system and what are the different types of coordinate systems, and along with the different types of coordinate system we are discussed differential length, differential surface and differential volume. So now first one, why coordinate system? So in general physical quantities we shall be dealing with electromagnetic or function of space and time. In order to describe the spatial variation of quantities, we must be able to define all the points uniquely in space in a suitable manner. This requires using an approximate coordinate system. So next, what is orthogonal system? An orthogonal system is one in which coordinates are mutually perpendicular to each other. Coordinates are mutually perpendicular to each other. Okay, next one. So here consider here we have three coordinates u1, u2, u3 are mutually perpendicular. Mutually perpendicular means here the angle between u1 and u2 are 90 and u1, u3 are 90. The angle between u3 and u2 are 90. So non-orthogonal coordinate system are hard to work with and of no practical use. With respect to non-orthogonal coordinate system, there is no practical use, so that we are only considering orthogonal system for our analysis. So different types of coordinate system. First one is rectangular coordinate system, second one is cylindrical, and third one is spherical. Rectangular coordinate system are the coordinates are x, y and z, and cylindrical we have the parameter rho, phi and z, and spherical we have r, theta and phi. So selection of this coordinate system mainly depends on symmetry of given problem, based on symmetry of the problems. So example for these coordinate systems are, first one, for sheet we have rectangular, and wire or cable cylindrical coordinate system, and sphere is a spherical coordinate system. Here sheet is nothing but rectangular coordinate system or Cartesian coordinate system. And the first one, rectangular or Cartesian coordinate system. So in Cartesian coordinate system, three coordinates axes are x, y, z are mutually right angle to each other. So here consider we have three axes x, y and z, and we have the both negative value also. So this is minus x direction, minus y and minus z direction. From this we define the range of these three variables are, all the three variables we have the range from minus infinity to plus infinity. All the three x, y, z variable ranges from minus infinity to plus infinity. And the next one, differential element in Cartesian coordinate system. So let us consider small elemental length in Cartesian coordinate system. The distance along x coordinates are dx, and distance along y coordinate axis dy, and distance along z coordinates axis is dz. So dx differential length along x direction, dy along y direction, dz along z direction. So then we can write the differential length as dx into ax and dy into ay plus dz into az. This is the differential length vector. Suppose we need a differential length in scalar, means simply we need to take modulus. So we get the answer of mod of dl vector is equal to square root of dx square plus dy square plus dz square. So now while considering this figure, we have six surfaces. So surface 1 A, B, C, D, and surface 2 just opposite to this one E, F, G, H, and surface 3 A, B, F, E, and surface 4 D, C, G, H, and surface 6 B, C, G, F, and surface 6 A, D, H, E. These are the six surfaces we draw these are the surface S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, S6. These are the surface name, and these two surfaces are in XY plane. So while considering the diagram, so this ABCD and GHFE, these two are along XY plane. One is in negative X direction, so for that we need to multiply unit vector minus AZ cap. Another one is in positive, the unit vector for this plane is plus AZ cap. Similarly, we can write it for other four surfaces. So here these are the 6 surfaces XY plane. We have, for one plane we have AZ cap, for the another one along negative direction we have minus AZ. Similarly, we can write it for the one surface we have minus AY cap, for the another surface we have plus AY cap. Same concept is applicable for 5th and 6th. For one we have, this is YZ plane, this is XZ plane. So here YZ plane, so we have AX cap, negative AX cap along negative X direction, and for this we have minus AX cap plus AX cap for positive along positive X direction. So here mentioned each surface in separate manner, S1, S2. So for S1, this is wrong, only in we have unit vector in negative Z direction. For S2 we have positive Z direction. We can write ds1 as simply multiply these two dimensions and along with unit vector. So we have ds1 is equal to dx dy minus az. For ds2 again same dimension dx dy and unit vector is plus az. And s3 and s4, so here we have, so differential lengths are dx and dz. So the unit vector is simply perpendicular to these two x and dz, that is ay. This is along negative y direction, this is along positive y direction. So we can write the differential surface area as ds3 is equal to dx dz into minus ay, and ds4 is equal to dx ds4 is equal to dx dz into plus ay. And similarly we can write it for s5 and s6. So FGH, so here the dimensions are dy and dz. So the unit vector is along x direction. So this is with respect to negative x direction, this is with respect to positive x direction. So we can write the surface area as dx dz into minus ax, and s6 we have dy dz into plus ax. Next one is differential volume in Cartesian coordinate. Differential volume is nothing but simply multiply the three dimension. So along x direction we have dx into x, along y direction we have dy into ay, along z direction we have dz into ez. Simply multiply this one, we get the volume vector. This is nothing but a differential volume of a rectangular parallelepiped. So suppose we need the magnitude of the vector in scalar. Magnitude of vector means simply take magnitude. So magnitude of all the unit vector mod of dx is equal to mod of dy and is equal to mod of dz. So mod of az is equal to 1. So from that all this value become 1. So we can define the magnitude of vector is dx dy dz. So next one, cylindrical coordinate system. In cylindrical coordinate system is a three-dimensional version of polar coordinates. Surface are used to represent the cylindrical coordinate system are rho phi z and r phi z. Some textbook they are using rho phi z, some textbook they are using r phi z. For our further studies we are using only rho phi z, only to consider r phi z. So here rho is nothing but cylinder of radius r with z axis as the axis of cylinder expressed in meter. The unit is meter. And next one, z plane of constant z which is parallel to xy plane, same as that of Cartesian. Z is same as that while considering Cartesian coordinate, and third coordinate is phi. Phi is the other name is called azimuthal angle. It is the angle, a half plane perpendicular to xy plane. The angle is called azimuthal angle. The unit is degree or radian. So while considering this one, so now point here, point P is rho phi z. So this is the radius of the circle or radius of the cylinder, and we need to project this point vertically downward to the xy plane. So we get this point. So now project this point towards the origin. This is the origin. So we can get the one angle. That angle is phi. This angle is always mentioned in clockwise direction. This is azimuthal angle. So we got the three coordinate phi, z and rho. So from the value itself we define rho. Rho is minimum value is 0. From 0 to maximum value we can define up to infinity. So for range of radius is 0 to infinity. And next one is z. Z is like coordinates same as that in Cartesian coordinates. The range is also same, minus infinity to plus infinity. And third one is phi. Phi is the angular rotation. So the minimum value is from 0 to 2 pi or 0 to 360. So now we need to define the unit vector. So first is unit vector corresponding to z. So z means from the point we need to simply draw the perpendicular and we get az cap. So like this. So next we need to define the arrow. Arrow is along the radial line. So while considering this one, we need to draw the radial line along this one. So this is arrow. And next phi is we need to draw the tangent line along the surface of cylinder or surface of the circle. We need to get tangent line along this point P is called a phi. These are the three unit vector corresponding to cylindrical coordinate. So next one, differential length in cylindrical coordinate system. So here while considering differential volume, small differential volume in cylindrical coordinate system, so we have three coordinates are here while considering the two circle dimension. This is rho 1, this is rho 2. So difference between these two, that is rho 2 minus rho 1 is considered as d rho. This is the first element. And while considering next one, so this is the curved length. While increasing the theta, increasing the phi value from phi 1 to phi 2. So up to this we have phi 1. So here to this line we have phi 2. So difference between these two we get d phi, but we need the length of this arc. So length of the arc is approximated to length of the cylinder is multiplied with change in angle, that is rho into d phi. So next third dimension is simply height z. So maximum height of this cylinder is z2 and smaller radius is z1. So change in dimension is simply dz. So we can write the differential length from this concept. So dl vector is equal to a rho, d rho into a rho vector, and rho into d phi into a phi, and dz into az. Suppose we need magnitude for this vector, means simply take the modulus for this one. So square root of dr the whole square plus r into d phi, r here not r, this is rho. Rho into d phi the whole square plus dz square. This is the magnitude of length of the vector. So next one we need to define the differential area. So like Cartesian coordinate, here also we have 6 surfaces. Surface 1, surface 2, surface 3 and surface 4. This one surface 5 and back one we have 6. Totally 6 surface. So here I define only differential area with respect to 3 coordinates. 3 surface. So first one we need to take. So here this dimension is d rho and this one we need to take this one. So that one dimension is rho into d phi, another one dimension is simply d rho. So here rho and phi is there. So another one coordinates are z. So the unit vector always perpendicular to these two plane. So unit vector along az plane. One is for positive along positive az, another one is for along negative az. For that only, so here considering only positive z direction, so we can write the ds1 as along positive. Simply multiply these two dimension into az. And also we have another one surface similar to this one with unit vector in cap. So ds2 is equal to rho d rho in d phi into minus az. And fourth surface is we have the two dimension rho into d phi into dz. Here we have the two dimension d phi and dz, and third dimension is rho. So the unit vector always perpendicular to these two plane, that is along a rho. So here also we have two plane. One plane is along positive rho, another plane is along negative rho. So for that we have to define two surface area. And fifth and sixth surface we have the dimension d rho and dz. Here rho and z is there, so unit vector always perpendicular to these two plane, that is along a phi. So and also we have the surface is similar to this one along negative a rho a phi. This is minus a phi. So we can write two surface areas, rho into dz into a phi and d rho dz into minus a phi. And differential volume, so differential volume is nothing but simply multiply the three dimension, rho into, first one is d rho, another one is rho into d phi is the second one, and third one is dz, and corresponding unit vector along three coordinates. Suppose we need the magnitude vector, means simply take the modulus for this one, then we get the magnitude of vector in cylindrical coordinate. Okay. In next video we will continue. In the next video we will continue cylindrical coordinate. Thank you.